Here's a question for today. When you retire, what path do you want your savings to follow? There's three paths. Call them A, B, and C. On the left is how much you've saved, and on the bottom is time. And let's assume on each path you've saved $1 million, and now at age 65 you're entering retirement. Going forward, what path should your savings take? There's not just one right answer. And if I'm helping you build a retirement plan, this is one of the first questions I'm going to ask. A is the growth path. You keep building wealth. Even though you're withdrawing, you're not withdrawing enough and your counts keep growing. B, let's call the maintain path. And it's where you maintain the same savings balance. Essentially, you're living off the dividends, the interest, and the income from your portfolios. And then C, let's call maximize. Here, you're intentionally spending down your assets over time with the goal to use it all. Right now, which one feels most like you? If you picked C, you're similar to a lot of people that I work with. These are people that didn't just save a chunk of money to die with or to leave to their kids. They saved it to live with. Now, don't get me wrong, they still care about leaving something behind, but that's not the priority. The good news is if you picked C, you're definitely not alone. But the bad news is that C is definitely the hardest one to plan for. You can't just divide your $1 million by 30 years and plan to spend $33,000 every year. There's 5 big things to address, and I want to lay them out. The first is maybe obvious in that your expenses are going to go up each year. Best estimate from FP Canada right now is 2.1% every year. Number 2, on the other hand, hopefully your portfolio still growing on average 3 to 5% each year. Number 3 is even if we take out inflation, your spending still probably won't be the same each year. For most people, ideally they're spending more earlier in retirement while they're active and healthy and less later. And a good plan accounts for this. In fact, it should encourage it. Researchers call it the retirement smile. Number 4 is taxes. The money in your TFSA, it's 100% yours, but the money in your RSP, 20 to 50% of that could be going to taxes, and we need to account for that. And then lastly, we just don't know how long you're going to live. It could be 20 years, it could be 40 years. And so when you're trying to do C and spend all your money, it feels almost impossible to calculate. Whether you're building your own plan, maybe with spreadsheets or working with a planner, look to make sure these 5 things are factored in. And if we can help, feel free to reach out.